Well, tonight on the podcast, ladies and gentlemen, the Migrants has done something that Black Americans could never do in this country and live to tell about it. Now, in New York City, you had a pair of migrants jumped two NYPD officers. Why did they jump them? Because they told them to kind of move around in Times Square. Now, let's get into, everything that's being said and go down this, information, because when Black folks don't even put their hands on police officers, we lose our lives or we put in jail. Now, they say a pair of NYPD cops were attacked by several migrants near Times Square over the weekend, with the suspects later being released without bail following their arrest. So they had jumped police officers, and I can't show you the video because when I went to find the video on YouTube, they put age restrictions and all that on it. So I'm not going to even go there. But if you're watching this on the app, then I'll put in the video right here. The video in itself is messed up, but let's continue. So it says surveillance footage released by the NYPD shows that an officer, and a lieutenant, telling the migrants to move along around 8:30 p.m. Saturday. On West 42nd Street, in Manhattan. The New York Post had reported. A scuffle ensued as the officers are seen apparently trying to subdue someone on the ground. The criminal migrants are then seen kicking the officers before running off before being arrested a short time later. The NYPD identified the suspects as Darwin Andres Gomez Esquil, 19 years old, Kelvin Servant Orocha, 19, Wilson Juarez, 21, Johan Boda, 22, and Yorman Reverend, 24. Once again, all young military-age males running around New York causing problems. These problems should not even be in New York because they don't really belong in this country like that because they came illegally. They were all charged with assault and released without bail. Now, Black folks like Khalif Browder, let's talk about him. Khalif Browder was accused of stealing a backpack, not taking someone's life, not being part of a jumping on a NYPD officer, stealing a backpack, an accusation. He stayed in Rikers Island 3 years with no charges. Khalif Browder was beaten. All kind of other filthy things happened to him in that Rikers Island prison. It affected him so much when he got out that he ended up taking his own life. Remember, he was accused of stealing a backpack. And Khalif Browder stayed 3 years in Rikers Island. These criminal migrants attacked two cops. And, I'm not one to be defending the police, but I got to go there by our people. They attack police, get put in jail, get right back out and had to pay no bail, no nothing. Now, this doggone Biden administration, man, come on now. Come on. Black people, and this is the administration that's running around telling us to go vote for them. This is what we're going to go vote for. You go vote for Biden in 2024, that's what you're voting for right there. They can commit crimes in this country and nothing happened to them. But a Black young man that's accused of stealing a backpack, accused of stealing a backpack, he say 3 years in Rikers Island, get out. Oh, well, no evidence after 3 doggone years. So Khalif Browder can stay 3 where they should be staying 20. But they're protected by the Biden administration and the Democrats because the Manhattan District Attorney said that the investigation is in the incident is ongoing. You got a tape, which means it's ongoing. They on film doing it. But this is what happens to Black folk. Let's take another Black man who didn't attack cops, Eric Garner. Eric Garner was breaking up a fight, and the cops went to attack him. When they went on him, he had his hands up with him like, hey, man, and they choked that brother out. And Eric Garner lost his life. With time, his daughter, Erica, She was fighting for her dad so much. And I remember speaking to Erica maybe about a week or so before she died. She was always grieving about her father, the way her father was taken away. Eric Garner didn't put his hands on NYPD cops. He wasn't part of jumping any. And Eric Garner lost his life. Khalif Browder lost his life. Nobody attacked cops. But these criminal migrants could come in this country and do that, and they just walk away. Black people have been gunned down for pulling out a cell phone in this country. Black people have been gunned down for running away from cops. Not running to them, running away from them. Shot several times. Black folks have called the police to come help them. And the police end up taking their life for calling for help. I've covered these stories for years about these police and what they do to black folks in this country. And you expect black people to be advocating for this? Advocating for more Democrats with this? Now let's put this up on the screen. This is the dudes who did it. Now, the reason why Governor Kathy Hochul is there, well, the Republicans in New York are upset. And they're like, hey, man, they need to be deported out of here. And then she had to agree and like, yeah, that's something that should be on the table. It's on the table. They shouldn't be here. But see, this is what you Democrats get by pushing open borders. This is what you get. Now, to my detractors out there, why don't you actually go look at what's happening on the border and saying like Democrats don't have an open border policy? BS. They want to cut the razor wire to let them in here. What do you mean it's not an open border policy? And I sat at the table with a Border Patrol agent, and I'm looking him in his face, and he's telling me what they're doing. I'm watching video from his phone of how they coming in here. It is an open border. They do their best to stop them, but it's literally an open border. I was told by that same Border Patrol agent that when Trump was in, it was better for the Border Patrol because that Remain in Mexico policy kept them over there. They weren't overwhelming the Border Patrol. The Border Patrol is so overwhelmed right now. And they can't say much because they don't let them interview. They don't let them do nothing. If they got to interview, they got to do it on the sneak. The Border Patrol is sick and tired right now of what's going on. These migrants will come in here, take resources, a bunch of military-age males with no job. They're attacking the police, but black folks, we even look at the police funny. We getting beat down. That's the issue I have with this. I ain't protecting no police. I'm talking about how we're treated by the police in this country. How many black folks have went through it in New York? Central Park 5. Amadou Diallo and what happened to him by the police. So many different stories by the NYPD what they've done to black folks for not much of nothing. But they could be on camera jumping two of them. Notice they didn't say they was afraid of their life. Nobody pulled a gun. You notice that? Nobody pulled tasers. Nobody pulled anything. They just took that beating. But when it come to us, oh, we would have got every bit of new technology. They'd have pulled out the robot dogs. They'd have pulled out all their new weapons on us, and we would have did it. That's what I'm talking about with this situation. These people are allowed to break our laws and commit crimes even against police that we can't even think about committing. And I'm not saying I want black people to commit no crime. No. What I'm saying is black folks' life has been taken for not attacking cops and for doing a whole lot less. But we supposed to go out there and vote for Biden, though, in 2024. Phil, what you got against the Democrats? This story right here. This story right here. Now, they continue to say we now have additional video surveillance that was not available at the time of arraignment and are continuing to speak to witnesses in order to determine the specific role of each defendant, according to the DA's office. They say the unidentified officers sustained minor injuries and were treated at the scene. They say one officer sustained cuts to the face while the other had bruising to the body, according to sources. Reverend was one of the migrants, had 2 pending cases in Manhattan for assault and robbery. The newspaper reported he allegedly attacked a loss prevention officer at a Macy's department store during an alleged robbery, and allegedly punched and bit like a rabid dog, bit a Nordstrom Rack employee in November. Y'all letting these migrants come in, this dude run around here biting employees like a rabid dog. Biting someone could give someone all kind of diseases. Biting people? And he's still in this country? He's not a citizen? And yet y'all let him stay. But go vote Biden-Harris in 2024, right? Now, as previously reported, that nearly 100 migrants have been suspected of pickpocketing by the NYPD in residents near Brooklyn's Floyd Bennett Field, the site of a 2,000-bed migrant tent shelter, complained about lawlessness by the occupants there. Now, we're talking about allowing the criminal element. Y'all don't understand. The Biden administration has literally allowed the criminal element of these countries to come in here. Once again, they're not about law and order on them, but when it comes to black people, it's all about law and order. Why are you not enacting that law and order on these migrants? Biden has a hands-off approach when it comes to them. They come in here, do whatever they want. They take our resources. They get mad when we say something about it. Even some of these shills who run around here talking about they progressive. And let me address, because I seen the video, and let me go ahead and address this situation. What's this? What's the guy's last name? Lord Jesus, I'm blank. I just know Tim. What's his last name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. I don't care if you got an opinion about what I'm saying. That's cool. It's your right. But don't lie, because I'm a firm believer of you can have an opinion about me, but just don't lie on me. See, the thing is, in America, the biggest problem that a lot of Americans have is reading comprehension and also listening comprehension as well. They don't do too good listening, right? He took an issue and lied about I support Candace Owens. So let me go and reiterate what I said, sir. Let me reiterate what I said. Candace Owens could be right about twice a day, okay? Like a broken clock. I said, I wish Candace Owens would come to this side. What is this side? This side is focusing on black empowerment. This side is focusing on reparations in the form of cash payments in the black community from criminal migrants coming in, doing things like this, right? Or doing things in the black community. We all got enough issues and problems of our own, taking resources from the black community. That's what got me even talking about the migrant crisis, is when I started to look into all the resources that was being taken away from the black community. And there is an open border. It is. Y'all liberal progressives, that's silly to me. So I wish Candace Owens would drop all that stupidity she talk about, because a lot of it is silly as she's talk about. She contradicts herself constantly. But when I've heard her debate people, Candace is pretty good with that. I've heard her do it. You don't have to like her, but certain things she has said, I say, okay, I agree with it. Yeah, it's pretty witty what she said. Yes, I would want people to walk away from that stupidity and come to this side and use those gifts and talents for her people the right way. Yeah, I would like that. I told y'all, I like redemption stories. I like it. I hope she get her wake-up call one day, and it's really a wake-up call, and then she's trying to make up for it and trying to fight for her community on some black empowerment. I would like to see that for her. But in what she's doing now, I can't support that. So don't lie on me. Don't lie. And defending my community against criminal migrants coming in, doing things like this or worse, biting employees, pickpocketing, that's Republican talking points? No, that's common sense. Taxes? Yes, I agree with Republicans all day about taxes. I do. People should be able to keep their money in their pocket. Yes, I believe I'm pro-business. You doggone right I'm pro-business because my community was pro-business. My community couldn't even work for the folks like that. They had to create their own stores, schools, hospitals. Look into the history of America. They were pro-business, and then in their businesses, they hired people in the community. So you doggone right. Honoring your ancestors, creating businesses. Yes, I'm going to support any party that's pro-business and about breaks for businesses. You doggone right I'm going to support that. Yeah, I sure am. So if you're going to talk about me, make sure you get your facts straight. Everybody, brother, should be talking about this migrant crisis. See, the migrant crisis haven't hit where you at. You know what? Because you say you was in D.C. I hope Governor Abbott starts sending all them migrants to D.C. You're gonna change your tone gonna change real quick. You start coming to D.C. See, go ask some brothers and sisters in Chicago how they feel about that, or in New York. See, he needs to start sending all them migrants to D.C. and dropping them off over there. I was hoping he would start sending them to the Supreme Court building and say, hey, go over there. Since they want y'all in here, we'll send you over there. I guarantee you about a good 3 months of that, you'll be talking about open borders too. Because see, at one point in time, these sanctuary cities, they was all, oh, the migrants, it's not no big deal. They just making that up. Until they start getting some new neighbors. Now they don't want it no more. So I hope Abbott starts sending them to D.C. So you can come back and make another video how the migrants are doing things in your city. Any of y'all can talk about me. I'm cool. Just don't lie on me. That's the only thing I say. Just don't lie. Don't lie. And if I say something, listen to it 2 or 3 times and get some comprehension. That's it. Just get some listening comprehension. But black people in America, pay attention to all of this. How Biden has brought all these people in and they're committing crimes. They're biting people. Remember, we covered they're defecating in cups and putting it on people's front door. You imagine to walk outside and see that? This is the kind of people the Biden administration brought into this country. Remember, Biden came in and got rid of every policy that Trump put in place to keep them out of here. It was Biden did that. So now he want to act innocent. Well, this been a problem. No. When you came in, they didn't have this kind of problem. We cannot sit up here and go give 4 years to a Democrat. And I say it again for people who has a listening comprehension problem. If you vote for the couch, or if you choose to vote for Trump, either one is good with me. Long as you don't give your vote to that Democrat. That's what I said. And I'll say it multiple times. Rewind it. I'm not against voting. I'm definitely for voting. I want all my people registered to vote. So you can't say I don't want people to vote because I want you to get registered. See how that works? But ladies and gentlemen, this migrant situation, so, it's not nothing divisive. You got to take a stand, and your stand should be no. It's not right to let a bunch of criminals in. We got enough of that here on our own. You letting them jump the line, people that try to do it. You don't have a country, you don't have laws. You can't let people jump the line. And that's what Biden is doing, letting them jump the line and rewarding them with free stuff. But we don't supposed to say nothing about that, but we don't have reparations to black people. That's why you got to tell Biden, no, nobody voting for you. You need to pay reparations. You got money for Ukraine. You got money for migrants. You don't care what kind of crimes they commit. You don't care. No. Forget that. Trump too. Trump want our vote? Okay, Trump, what you gonna do for black Americans specifically? Because you know what? The couch is cool for me. So if you're gonna do something for black folks, I want to hear it, Trump. What you got? RNC? Hey, I'll talk to you. If the DNC want to come talk to me, I'll talk to them too. I have no problem talking to the DNC or the RNC. I'll talk to the both of you. My doors are open. But you better believe when you come talk to me, I'm asking you what you going to do for Black Americans specifically. And I'm not going to bite my tongue on saying that. I don't care about everybody right now. I'm talking about us, because that's what other groups do. These other groups come in this country and they want to know about what's happening with them. They don't care about me. So I'm going to do the same thing. What you going to do for Black people? Now, there's some things that may benefit everybody, like securing the border, fine. I'll talk about that. But securing the border is a function of government. Don't tell them, well, we secured the border. That's for Black people. No, that's called protecting the national security. What you going to do for Black folk? What resources we going to get? Since migrants and got all these resources, surely there's some resources for Black America, right? If Trump got some resources for Black America, well, then we look at it and we have, no problem. Okay, then I'm like, okay, cool, I'll vote for Trump. But Biden can't tell me nothing because he's not going to give nothing to Black folks. The Democrats still follow the same playbook. Go and talk to some old preachers thinking the preachers got some sort of pulse on Black America. They don't have nothing at all. So that vote is up for sale at this point. But as of right now, a lot of Black Americans are talking about the couch and some talking about Trump. Either or, we don't want to vote for no Democrats. It's just that simple, because why? So we want 4 more years of criminal migrants coming in, biting people? No.